Hello everyone, good evening back. So now today is the last topic of your exercise data handling. Okay, so what we are going to share is going to be very interesting also. Why? Because the whole chapter we are going for something interesting, the games. So the chapter, this one, like 3.4 exercise, is going to talk about a number of games, and in number of games, what things are there, we'll see to it. Okay. So here you just see the topic is chance and probability. Let me tell you chance. How to explain chance. Okay. So for example, you just see there is a dice. You know die, which helps you to play ludo or snakes and ladder, that is called die. Okay, so in a different word you can say dice also. So when we talk about dice, we just talk about dice. What happens? You are playing with your mother. Now the situation is of that COVID-19, and everybody is locked down at home. So what happens? We spend time with our family, right? We spend time with our family. In that case, many times we play Ludo, and now digital Ludo is also available. So we play Ludo, we play other games also. Good evening, everyone. So we play Ludo, we play other games also. So here now, first I'm talking about Ludo. Or before that, I can talk about cricket first, right? So first I'm going to talk about cricket. What happens in cricket? Let's see. Generally, whenever we play cricket, there comes a toss before it, right? So when we talk about toss before it, what happens? The toss is of what? The toss is of the coin only. Means there are two teams. One maybe one team is a Indian cricket team, another is Australian cricket team. So what happens here? Both of them have a toss with the umpire. Umpire is there, and he is just telling who will take head and who will take tail. Who will take head and who will take tail. So in this case, what happens? Either you will get head or you will get tail. There is no other option, right? So the chances are what? The chances are only two. Either you will get head or you will get two, because there are only two sides of the coin. The same applies in the cricket, that there are only two sides of the coin, and the probability is, the chance is that either the person will get a head or a tail, right? So in this case, what happens? The chances are always 50-50, right? The chances always 50-50. Either I'll get head or I'll get tail, but the chances are totally 50-50. 50-50 means half, means 1 by 2. How 1 by 2? Because there are only two options here. As to two parts. Let me explain. There are two options. Two options. One is head, another is the tail. So how many options are there? There are two options. But which one will come? Will both come or none will come? It's never possible. If there is toss, undoubtedly either head will come or tail will come. Means one will come out of two, right? One will come out of two, means either head will come or tail will come. So any of these two will definitely come, right? So here you just see the probability, the chances is only half. Half means 50-50. The same applies for the Ludo, snakes and ladder. When you play for snakes and ladder, what happens? There is a die. Okay, there is a dice, whatever you call die, which is having 1 to 6 numbers, right? It is having the numbers 1 to 6. So how many there are total? There are total number 6 faces. Six faces are there. One face shows only 1, another 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 and 6. So when you play, when you play dice, what happens? What is the probability? The probability is only of getting any one. Both cannot come. Yeah, sometimes it happens. It is there in such a situation that we cannot say whether it is what. That is just a coincidence which happens. But what happens? Out of 6, at least one will come. So in all the cases, at least the chance is 1. How 1? Because there are total number of 6 cases. Total number of 6 faces, 6 cases are there, and 6 possibilities there. And out of that, how many will come? Will appear only one. Either the number 2, either number 5, or number 6, or number 8 come. Do you think 8 will come? Undoubtedly no, because it has no possibility of getting 8, right? So what you need to think of, we have to basically decide that how many chances are there, right? How many chances are there, and according to that only we'll decide whether it is that or not. Fine. So here comes that only. Now I just take you to another kind of game. I am taking you to another kind of game. Here just see, I've given you an example of Ludo, in which there is die. Okay, so what happens here? The probability, the chances is of getting only 1 out of 6. When you take a coin, the probability is of getting 1 out of 2. This is only called chance. And what is the probability? The probability is 1 by 2, means 50-50, half for a coin, and the probability 1 by 6th, 1 by 6th in the case of die, because there are total 6 faces in die and there are total 2 faces in coin. So whatever is total is written down, and whatever chances there, that comes that. Okay, so now here I'm just taking you to the, so the chapter is talking about, just example is given, that if you just see, if you're giving the toss, doing the toss, what happens if once you get one chance, you get either it will be head or it will be, right? Another chance, again the chances come either head or tail. So you, one time you get head, another time you get tail, another time again you get head, next time again you get head. What happens here? The probability is getting head and tail is totally different. Always 50-50 possibility is there. Now if an example is given, that if one student is getting 25 chances of tossing, so how many times the child will get heads and how many times the child will get tails? So the chances are 25 or the chances are 10. Here, as I'm taking an example of 25, so the child is getting the chance of getting 25 chances. So 25 chances, let's see. Total number of chances are 25 only. So when you start counting head and tail, you just play. When the class gets over, you can play with the toss and get the chance at 25. And every 25, like every time you just find it noted down as well. First time you got head, second time you got head, third time you got tail. Overall, what happens? Out of 25 chances, you find there are you got 10 heads and 15 tails. The number is totally different. It is totally up to you, up to your luck. Whether you get heads many times or you get tails many times. It is totally up to you. But the chances are only 2. Out of 2, only 1 will be coming. Either head will come or tail will come. Now the next question I'm taking you to, I'm taking you is an example of a very funny example, that one boy is that he has tossed it. One student has tossed it around 100 times. Okay, 100 times. You just see. You have got a coin. You have got a coin and you are tossing it 100 times. So if it is 100 times, undoubtedly it becomes very difficult for you. How to go for it? How to count it? I will write 1 to 100 and then I will go for it. Very difficult. Undoubtedly, very difficult. So what happens? The best way is what? Go for the tally bar. Go for the tally bar. How? It's so easy. One side, one column you write head, downside you write tail. Okay. So first tossing done. When you do the first tossing, you find head. Yes, dear, I've just started now. Don't worry. I've just started now. So here first what I'm going to talk, I'm talking about coins. Okay, first I'm going to talk about coins, that you just see after this class, you can go for a toss, and it's not a toss. You can decide it of 25 times, 50 times and 100 times. And let me know later also that how many times you tossed and how many heads and how many tails you got. The matter comes, if you are just tossing, now you can initially 4 or 5 or 10 times you can easily count it. Okay, I got 5 heads, 5 tails, I got 2 heads, 8 tails. That you can easily say. But if you have to toss it for 100 times or 50 times, how will you do the calculation? How will you add? So for that, tally bar works the best. Toss one, okay. I got head. So in that one, head one, right? I got tossed one. Wrote one. Second toss, I got tail, wrote one. This is for head. This is for tail. I made this table. I made this table here. So what I'll do, next turn, I got tail again. Next turn, I got tail again. Next turn, got head, got tail, and finally got tail. So when it is 5, I'll make it this way. Again, I got tail here, got head, again got head. It becomes like this. So if this way, if you're going for 100 times counting, 100 time tossing, it becomes difficult to count, to keep the counting. There are two ways. Either you write 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you will mention first time got head, second time got tail, third time got tail, fourth time got head. Oh my God. And then first you will write 1 to 100. Then you will go for how many times head and tail. Then you will count them up. Why to go for it? Just I'll make a table mentioning head and tail, and I'll make the tally bar. I'll make the tally bar, and finally what I get out of 100, I'll easily found it out. Right, that's correct. So what happens, this is the way we can go for tossing. Okay, so when you are getting tossing, you are having only two options. One option is the head, another option is the tail. Okay, when you go for toss, because you are taking a coin, and coin in having only two chances, 50-50 chance, either head or tail, right? So in that case, what will happen? In that case, you have to decide. You have to take this head and tail. Only two columns you have to take. But the problem comes when you are using a die to play Ludo. You use a die, the possibility are what? The possibility are total 6. Because a die is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever you're going for snakes and ladder, or you're going for this Ludo, you are having 6 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will get any of that. That's why we mention it 1 by 6. Any one will come. Out of 6 numbers, any one will only come. Out of 6 faces, any one face will only come. Either will come 1 or will come 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Now, if I tell you, go for dial, and the whole game you play of Ludo or snakes and ladder, and then individually you find how many times you got 2, how many times you got 5, how many times you got 3, that way. Okay, so for that, it is okay. Initially, it is very easy for you that 10 times you found, and it was very easy to calculate. But what happens if you have the same kind of tossing, same kind of die playing, you have to go for 100 times. How to go? So it's the easy one. Let's see how to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I get 6, I'll mention here first time. If I get 4, I'll mention here. If I get 1, I'll mention here. Again, I got 6. Again, I got 2, 4. Again, I got 1. So this is the way we are going again for the tally bar. So if you go for the tally bar, you can easily find out the whole calculation, right? And by the last, it will help you also to know maybe later, oh, it is 59 or 96. I forgot. So just what to do? It is 5. Count it easily. In all that, count 5 all, and then multiplied by 5, and how many remains are singles left. Count all that so you can easily find it out. Right? So this is called possibility. This is called probability. Here, this is called probability. So the probability is what? How much you can get. Chances are 5 or 10 or 100 chances. Okay. But the probability is what? Anyone will come. The probabilities come 50-50, 1 by 2. There are 2, so it will come 1 by 2, either head or tail. So 1 by 2. The probability is telling our die that it is 6. So any one of out of 6 will come. So it will be just telling. This is the whole question I'm asking you people. Give me the answer. Okay. So I will be waiting for your answer now. Let's see what happens. What kind of answer do you give? And the answer is going to be very funny as well. Okay. The answer will be very funny. Let's see how. Question number 1 is, listen to me very carefully. The question number 1 is, tell impossible can happen but not certain. Like it is possible, impossible, totally impossible. Possible, impossible, totally impossible. Maybe can happen. One is definitely will happen. There are 3 options. Will happen. Second is can happen, cannot sure. And third is impossible. Okay. So let's see what the question 1 says. Are older than yesterday. What will be? Is it possible? 100% possible? Or maybe yes, it can be. You're older than yesterday. Just think. Whatever you are today, whatever the age yours is today, you're older of yesterday. Yesterday, whatever the age you having, today, you're older to that age. Is it 100% correct? 100% it will happen? Totally impossible? Or yes, it can happen? What do you say? I'm just waiting for your answer. What do you say? It is undoubtedly 100% correct. That yes, yesterday, whatever my age was, I'm at least 24 hours elder. I'm 24 hours older from my age because each day is counted. Let's go for number B. A tossed coin will land heads up. Yes, it can be. It can be. But it is impossible? I can't say. How can it be impossible? It can come also. How can it say 100% the head will only come? That is also not possible. But it is a probability that yes, it can come or it can not come. The next comes we have is a die when tossed shall land up with 8 on top. You think 8 on top. How is it possible that 8 will come? We are talking about die. A die is having only 6 digits, right? 6 faces and 6 digits. So what happens? It is talking about 8. Undoubtedly impossible. It is totally impossible. Fine. So now question number 4 comes. The next traffic light seen will be green. Yes, it can be. But the if it is yellow, then only it will be green. If it is red, it will not be green because it will be yellow. So we have to follow the sequence. So it is telling the next traffic light seen will be green. Depends on that. We cannot say impossible. We cannot say 100%. What can be? It can be. It is 100% sure if it is showing yellow light. It is 100% not sure. It is not at all sure if it is red light. So after red doesn't come yellow. It doesn't come green every time. Sometimes if there is no traffic, it can come also. So we know will be a cloudy day. Is it 100% sure that tomorrow they predict 100% to say like this? No, but certain. It can be the possibility. It can happen. It may not. It may happen. It may not happen. Right? Now we are coming to question number 2. There are 6 marbles in a box. 6 marbles. You know the marbles which are used to play. 6 marbles in a box which with numbers from 1 to 6 marked. 6 marbles are there, and each marble having mentioned 1 number, number 2, number 3, and all. So let's see what is the question asking for. What is the probability of drawing a marble with the number 2? If you want number 2, how will you get the answer? The thing is, how many marbles are there? The number of marbles are 6. Okay, very good. How many marbles are there? Total number of 1 marble. So how can I say that what is the probability of getting marble? It is 1 by 6. Perfect answer. And again, how many times you can get 5? It is 1 by 6. Total number of marbles are 6. Remember, 5 is only 1 and total number of marbles are 6. That's why we can say it is the probability here. Perfect. Now I'm just taking you to question number 3, and after that it will end. A coin is flipped to decide. A coin. This is a coin flipped to decide. Coin is for tossing. Okay. Flip to decide which team starts the game. It happens in cricket as well. That one team gets head, another team gets tail. So now a coin is flipped. It is flipped to decide which team starts the game. Very good. What is the probability that your team will start 50-50 because there are only two, and out of one will definitely come. So when out of 50 chance, one by 2, either head will come or tail will come. And why? Because there are only two. One is head and one is tail. One is head, another is tail. So any one will definitely come. So what happens here? This is called probability or chances. Okay, so chances is how many chances you got, what is the possibility, and probability is what is the probability here to get all these things. Finally, let me tell you, data handling went through bar and pie chart, we went through tally bar, we went through probability, we went through chances. But let me tell you, when you talked about the chances and the probability, here it was just like a game. In class 7, it was just like a game. But when you go to higher classes like 8, 9, and 10, you have calculation. Even it is very important topic for competitive exams. So whenever topic comes for probability, consciously, very carefully, because probability always asks at least one or two questions are always there from probability in each and every competitive exam, whether it is banking or it is SSC or any kind of competitive exam. Whenever you go for this topic, and go through this topic very carefully. So go for sing and coining and die and complete your work. By the time